Hey guys, it's been a while since I posted a video here. I apologize for that. I've been very busy, but I was able to do a video today, so I went for it. Um, this video is a programming blog, as you can see. I know it's been a long time since I posted one of the programming blogs, and the reason being is because I've been stuck in certain areas, and I didn't have much to show you guys, so there wasn't really a reason to actually post a video about it. Um, Basically, I've been stuck in animations. I I animations is just a pain. I tried two different attempts to actually do animations, and I both of them just didn't work on me. The first attempt, I tried to use the Collada animation. I was able to parse it and everything, and I was able to draw it. But once I started animating it, and it just didn't animate right. And there isn't a lot. There isn't a lot of tutorials on Collada. There's only one website that I found about it, and the majority of it worked on the model I was using. But that tutorial was specific for a certain model, and the model I was using, there was a matrix. There was like 2 or 3 matrices that I did not, that didn't, that tutorial, that I can talk today, that the tutorial did not have, and I just didn't know where to put it at. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason as to why the animation doesn't work in Collada. But oh well, at least I learned to parse and everything. I'm pretty sure I'll be continuing and figuring out where to put them at. But for the sake for the project for my school, I have to keep going. Um, and the other attempt I was using, if you ended up watching my last video blog programming blog, I mentioned that I was gonna incorporate Havoc into my project. So I have that implemented already. And since I was using Havoc, I was gonna use a Havoc animation, and I did give it a shot, and I was able to animate it, but I just can't draw it. It's so hilarious though, because in Collada I was able to render it, but I can't animate it. But in Havoc, I can animate it, but I can't render it. I tried grabbing this vertices and indices and all that stuff, and I just can't seem to draw it right. It just starts blowing up everywhere in the screen. So, and I tried looking at the Havoc forums, and there isn't much about telling you about how to render it. There's a lot of people asking for it in the forums, but there's not a lot of information about it. Since I understand it's just a physics engine, but they're rendering it somehow in the demos. I don't know. I'm just lost right now. I'll need. I'm probably gonna post another forum thread in there and figure out if I could keep getting an answer for it. I'm just gonna run it. But anyways, yeah. But other than that, I've been working on other stuff, loading the level. And as you remember from my last blog, if you ever saw it, if you haven't, you should go check it out. I mentioned I was gonna do an amnesia kind of game for this project, so it's gonna make it a little bit scarier. And I did grab some of the amnesia's bottles, like the walls and the ground, and the torch, and the lantern and the hand. So that's the models that I'm using right now, and the textures too. So of course I'm gonna use the textures. It's gonna be weird if I didn't. But everything else, other than that, everything else made from mine. Or actually, it's just a cube that I'm using. But anyways, yeah. Finally I got image effects working on my OpenGL program, or post processing effect kind of thing, so I could blur my screen and everything. So right now I have it. If you're in the dark, the screen starts to blur. But if you're in the light, it starts getting back to normal, like Amnesia. But Amnesia, of course, has a better shader than I have right now. I try to make it better and try tweaking some stuff. I also have debris, particles going on in there. So debris, they spawn in front of me. Well, you will see it right now. I have also crates or boxes, like if you want to call it. You could grab them and throw them. And I also have the AI working. I mean, you can't really tell in here that that it's actually blurred. Can you tell you that it actually blurs? Well, you can't see it in the phone. Um, so yeah, so there's like the boxes here, and I just can see this is a lantern. I could put them away, it gets darker, and yeah, so you can grab objects, and as you can see, it moves wherever direction I'm moving at, and you can also throw it, which I need to tweak it so it actually looks more realistic. So right now it looks like it's kind of floating in the air for a little bit, like gliding, I could, if you want to say it like that. As you can see the particles. Maybe I should put in dark. You can see also the particles in there. They will spawn in front of you, no matter where you're looking at. Um, so yeah, I may have to make create different sizes. I think it'll be a little bit better if I create different sizes of them. Yeah, I think it'll be so much better. I didn't even think of that. But anyways, but yeah, as you can see in the corner, there's like the number, which is 656. Basically, that's the percentage of my lantern. So as I'm using it, it starts dropping down, and if it gets to 0, it will go away. And this is the torch. It looks like it doesn't. Yeah, okay. My torch isn't taking my light. It doesn't emit light from my lantern, so I guess I could fix that and notice that for now. But anyways, so you actually can look at it and turn it on. Oh, I had it just here just to test it out, but now that I have it working, I'm gonna spread it out in the world, in the level. As you know, there are also particles. It's hard to make particles to make more realistic of fire. This is as best as I could actually make it. But yeah, that's the best I was able to make it. It's hard to make fire in such particles. They're just circles, like as you can see here. There's just circles, the fire. I know when you create explosions, they use different type of textures and kind of stuff like that. So yeah. And the other thing that I did here, I made my level max in 3ds Max and converted it to a file for Havoc to know about it. And I read that file and I just grabbed the precisions and scale and everything. So my renderer knows about it. Even though it's not too perfect, it's kind of hard to grab the vertices. I mean the positions, because as you can see, it actually goes through the wall, and it's a pain trying to make everything work. And you can see it is overlapping the other floor. But yeah. Oh, and my lantern just died. Whoop-de-doo. Also, I don't know if I actually talked about it, but I have the enemy AI. I was testing it out, and so far it works. But right now I don't have it drawn or anything yet. I have an issue when it comes to. I'm trying to open my lantern. I have an issue when it comes to going to these doors. I wish I had my lantern so you could actually see it better, but pretty sure you can see this is the door. And I have an issue here. There's or if you actually can see it in my debugger. Let me grab my debugger real quick. So basically right here, that's where I am right here. You can see this is me right here, the red here. And this is where the door is supposed to be. But as you can see the boxes in there, the the mesh. And that's their collision areas. And they're right in the center of it. And I just don't know why it does that, but if I actually load with the actual, it's like when I actually load the file, loading the file, I actually grab the rigid body, and I create my own rigid body from that rigid body, which is a little bit different, and I have my reasons for it. But well, the reason being is because when I pick up my objects, I do an array cast. Let's see if you can see it. Never mind. I'm doing a raycast from my position to a forward position, to a position in front of me, to a certain distance away from me, in front, and that's how I actually able to actually like turn on my lantern or grab objects if that raycast actually hits something. But when it came to actually my doors, when I actually that raycast hits the corner of the walls, it actually breaks on me. It says that access violation and all that kind of stuff. And when I debugged it, it says that it didn't have a shape in there. And I just didn't understand why. And that's the reason as to why I created my own rigid body from that rigid body. But when I do that, he actually doesn't move the boxes away to create a doorway. He just creates in the center, which I understand. So you can see my other levels in here. There's more doors here, but as you can see, they're in the center, which is so lame. I just don't know what to do, but you can actually go through on the sides because as you can see, there's openings in the sides. But it's so lame. I'm trying to figure out, but right now I just posted a forum thread to see if actually I'm able to ignore the raycast. And so far I haven't received an answer, but as of right now I'm just gonna continue forward. The next thing that I'm gonna do here, of course I'm put the torches around the level, and for it to actually emit light when it turns on, because right now it doesn't turn on. I'm just gonna try to put the enemies working in here, and also fix a shader for this because I noticed that the lantern does not the light of the lantern doesn't turn on when on the torch, so I gotta figure that out as to why. So I'm just going around the level, and of course I'm gonna have to create sounds because that makes it even more scarier. And I'm trying to fix my shader to make it a little bit more realistic, I guess, a little bit more scarier, more blurrier. But like I said, I can't even go in here. I'm actually colliding to something that I'm not even looking at right now. I had different types of walls. Let's see what else is in here. I gotta, like I said, I can see that there's an opening down here. It's hard to actually make your renderer work the way the Max looks like, so I just don't understand why it doesn't work the same way. But anyways, I gotta do that, do the enemies, sound, fix the particle and debris kind of thing going on. Oh, okay, I gotta fix that too. I haven't really gone to this side that much, and there's a reason why. As you can see, there's a floor here and everything, but there's no collision in here. I just don't know why. Because I can see, I hate debuggers sometimes. As you can see, there's nothing in there. You see, it's empty. I just don't understand why. It should go. It should go in there because that's the way I'm actually grabbing the position and the scale. So if I'm actually grabbing the position and scale, that means it's working. But I just don't know why it doesn't add it to the world. So if I actually go in there, I'm just gonna fall through. So like quicksand. But anyways, yes. And that's basically what I have so far. Got some stuff going on. I gotta do some sound. And for some reason my voice was a little bit loud in certain sections. I apologize. My face was really close to the phone, so I apologize. I got like a certain device or a place to play an area to place my phone, so I don't have to be grabbing it. I know I mentioned this before, but this is my setup right here. My Xbox controller and some connection for the core for the phone. I just put it in here, and those will be the places. So they will also support it so the phone doesn't fall down. And this is how I'm actually able to record this. But anyways, I'll continue my user videos I've been doing lately, or I haven't done lately, but I will continue it, so don't worry about it. So next time you see me, I'll be playing it. So I'll see you guys, and I'll try my best to actually update you guys on this if you actually uh, if you're interested in what I'm doing right now. But yeah, if there's anything you actually want me like a little bit lost, just let me know. I can make a tutorial on it or something. I know I haven't done any tutorials, but I don't know what you guys want to. I don't know what you guys are wanting me to do tutorials on. So wanting me to do tutorials on. I don't know if that sounded right, but yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll see you guys later then.